Okay, with the lily, which is this, we are going to start with the white side up, and then we are going to, actually we're going to start with the colored side up, and then we're going to fold a hot dog fold in half, and then of course make sure our lines are straight, and then we're going to open up our paper, hot dog fold in half the other way. This is going to be a pre-crease into our water bomb base fold. Now, I'll open up the paper, and we'll work with the white side this time, and we are going to taco fold in half. Okay. Open, taco fold in half again. Okay. Now, like what we did with the divider of our box, we're going to do what's called a water bomb base. And so if I let my paper stand like this, it should kind of look like a little four-sided pyramid, right? I'm going to take one side. This is probably a nicer side because it's well creased, but you can always use the not very creased side, but and reinforce it. So we'll grab two opposite corners, two opposite points, slightly in the center. What we're going to do is we're going to push it down and bring our thumbs together at the bottom. You see how it's starting to take shape into a real four-sided pyramid when you lay it flat. So grab one side with one hand, grab the other side with one hand, and then press it flat. We're going to squash fold all four sides. So you're going to take your finger and then run it into the center of one of the corners, and then you're going to align the center line with the line that's underneath. So a good way to check is you can kind of see it through the paper. Give it a nice crease. If you're not sure, you can flip it over and make sure that it's lined up, not going this way or going that way, but right in the center. Okay, now we're going to turn it back towards the way it came from, which is from the right, and then you should see a bit of white. Now we're going to work on the left side. You can give it a nice crease first. Stick your finger inside. If it's easier, you can use a pen. Squash fold it down. Okay. And return it back to the way it came from, which is on the left. And I didn't do a very good job of squash folding this. You kind of want to make sure that it's really nice in the center. All right. Now, fold it over this way. All right. Good. Now, we'll work with the back. Flip it over, and I'll work with, we can do the right side first since we did the right side on the other side. So, I'm going to open it in the center. If that makes it easier, just give it a nice little poke with the pen. Squash fold it down. Should be easy now because you have markers on the other side. Return it back to where the side that it came from. The folds aren't very straight with this one. If you need to, you can pick it up and sort of even it out. It happens sometimes. Like that. Okay, now we will work with the last side, which is this one here. And squash it down. And then return it back to the left side, which is where it came from. Okay? Right. So next, we have our upside down sad ice cream cone, as I would say. So we'll make sure that it's facing towards us. And then we are going to kite fold into the center. And we're going to do this on all four sides, okay? So kite fold into the center. like that. And I'll start with the back, okay? And then we're gonna have to do something where we're gonna be turning some pages. So if you need to, you can pause the video at any stage. Now, we've done the front, we've done the back. Now we just have to turn the page. So let's go in a normal fashion. So we read books from left to right. So we'll turn, and now you'll see that there's no white on this side. So we'll need to turn it again. Okay. Next. You can kite fold on this side. Now you see how it's getting a little bit chunky on this side. So I'll go ahead and fold this bit here. And next we can work on the other side. Do the same thing. You see how there's extra bits here. So turn the page once. There's no white side. Turn the page a second time, and you should be able to find the white bits. Now, we need to fold this bottom corner to the other side. So folding the paper in half, okay, like that. Now we're gonna open up, we're gonna do the same to all four sides, and then this is where we're gonna start creating the petals of the lily, okay? So this part here, I'm going to draw little lines here to show what we are working with. So you see this equilateral triangle here, from here to here to there. I'm going to lift up. This is actually the start of a crane base fold, but it's not fully a crane base fold because we're not using the entire paper. So this is where you want to actually stop. You want to stop here when you lift up, so you don't want to go past it. There's a reason why the fold is here. So you want to stop there. And then as you open this up, I call this like a duck's beak because it starts to take shape like a duck. Wah, wah. Help it. Close the sides. And then you're going to fold down like this. Okay. This is a bit challenging, so just give it a try. I remember when I learned how to do the crane base fold, it took me a long time to figure out from just learning from an origami book. So same thing on this side. We'll open it up and then use this line here, and that line, and that line. Lift up on the center and make sure that the fold only stops at that point. All right. Close the sides and then close down at the top as well. All right. Next, so we've done the front and back, so we need to work the sides. So I'm going to turn this page over, and there's nothing here. We'll turn the page again a second time. Open your kite folds, and then again, use this edge here, fold up, and then fold in the sides, and lay it flat. Now we'll work with the back side. We should have one more. So turn the page once. Okay, there's nothing there. Turn the page a second time. We should find our kite folds. Unfold those. Open it up, and then close the sides. Okay, close the sides, and we should be done with all four of our crane base folds. Okay, so now the crane base folds that we just folded, we need to fold these little tabs up. Okay, so when we fold the little tabs up, I will just do one side at a time. Okay, when we fold the tabs up, we need to turn the page like this. And you see how there's a blank side. There's a reason why there's a blank side. And now, I'm sure I'll make this easier. And then we'll just do all four sides where we turn the tabs down. Turn the tabs down on the front and the back. And we need to do the ones in between. There's nothing there. Flip again. And then fold the tabs down. We'll work on the back again. Flip. Nothing there. Flip. and then there's a tab there. Fold it down like this. Now we are ready to work with, this is the stem here, or the bottom of the lily, and this is the top, okay? So it basically, this is what it looks like here. Now, we're going to work with the base, so we'll have it pointing right side up, the flower pointing right side up. Turn the page once, and we're going to work with the blank side. On the blank side of the stem, we're going to kite fold into the center. You will notice that you're doing the right side because you will see that there's a little line here, which is coming from the tab that we folded up. If you fold it up on this side, which is the flower side, the tab will kind of point down, and that would be incorrect. So do the base of the flower, and this is what it looks like at the bottom here. Okay, so we'll do the other side as well. Okay, now we'll do the back side. So we need to turn. This is where some of you may have had trouble. So we need to turn and not use the tab side. Turn once and then fold down. Okay. All right. Now we need to work with these two sides here. So turn the page once. We should find a tab there. I'm not going to use that side. Use a side that has nothing on it. Let's fold. Folds aren't very straight. There we go. Same thing on this side. All right. We have one more side, okay? Flip it over to the back. Turn the page. We have a tab. Not going to use that. Turn the other page, and we should have a blank side. 1, 2. Okay, now we're done, and we can give our lily some shape. So you can pull down on the petal, and you can do, you can even curl the leaves, or sorry, the petals, and you can curl them down. Just hold it down with your thumb and give it a nice curl. Okay, and then that's the front. You can do the same thing with the back. You can curl it. Okay. And then do the same thing with the other ones in the center. So it's going to create like a sort of a box shape, or like a silicone shape. All right. So I'm just going to hand curl those a little bit, or you can just simply fold down, and you can see that those little tabs that we folded up are in the center. See, it makes these really pretty little, they look like the pollen parts of the lily. And once you've kind of gotten that open here, you have your lily. And you have a choice if you want to. You can leave it this way, or the way it started first. It's probably easier if you do this first if you want to attach it to the base of your stem. So what we'll need to do is, in origami we don't cut. That's called kirigami, but in this case this is just adding some accents to it. You want to cut off just only about 1 millimeter of paper. You don't want to cut off too much because the hole will get too big. So 1 millimeter, it's tiny. You don't even need that much. You really don't need that much. So cut off a tiny bit, and you should see a little hole in the center. Pull it apart slightly, because since the paper is all bunched up, you really don't need much to cut off, just 1 millimeter, okay? Take the pointy part of your stem, you're gonna insert it. It's gonna be effortless. You insert it inside like that. And then once you return the lily back to the box shape, I'm just going to give it a nice little crease so it stays open. Like that. You've got your lily, see? And to help it balance, just push it straight up. Obviously you can't see from this angle, but if I lay it flat, this is what it looks like. So thanks for watching.